This will be the first in a series of 3 professional developments on the 3 START read model. START, which stands for State, Teach, Ask, Respond, and Tie. There are different steps throughout the START goal ladder from the process from START read 1 through 3. The first being the student is unable to respond to any questions. The second being the student gives a random response to the question. The third being the student is able to retell the story but is not actually answering the question. The fourth being the student is able to give a 1-sentence answer to the question. And the fifth and the best answer is the student is able to answer the question using the Tier 2 vocabulary. The first step of the START model is State. This is where you will show the cover, illustrations, and identify the title and author. The title of the book is, and the author or the person who wrote the story is. The next step is to teach. During this step, you use the Think Aloud model to help push in the purpose of the story. You think aloud like, I wonder what this character is thinking, or I noticed that this character was doing this, to help the students understand.
And look at these baby owls. Do you know sometimes their mother has to leave them to go get their food? And one night, their mother left them and she disappeared. And I am wondering what happened when she left. I wonder where she went. I wonder what happened to her. And I wonder what happened to the baby owls. I wonder what happens to them when she has to leave them sometimes. Let's read and find out. Yes.
Now we'll move along to ask. During this portion of the lesson, it is very important that you have the questions ready, because...
Tell me why Sarah said that the mom would bring them some mice and other good things to eat.
Next, we have the response section of the lesson. This is the response to the questions that you have asked.
Said that the mom would bring them some mice and other good things to eat.
Because they were hungry.
Of course, I agree with you. They were probably very hungry because they are dependent on their mom to bring them food. Dependent means you need someone else to do it for you because you can't do it by yourself. They couldn't go get their own food, and their mother had to go get it for them. So I agree. They were very hungry. Yes. But
finally, we want to tie everything together. We want to summarize the main idea in the story and transition to our next activities while pushing in how it relates to the story.
Even though these little owl babies knew their mom was coming back, they still missed her because they love her. And you know, that's what it means sometimes when you love somebody. When you love somebody, you're sad when you're away from them. You miss them, and that's just because you love them. Now, I want to tell you something. We all agreed that the reason the baby owls were upset and that their mom was gone because they loved her. They loved her, and anytime she is away, they're going to feel sad and miss her. That's just part of loving somebody, is that you miss them when they're away from you. Now, today I want to tell you, we listen to this book for the first time, and we learned what happened. We found out what happened to these baby owls when their mom was gone and we found out what she was doing. She was hunting for their food. When you go to centers today, you are going to get to play with some little baby owls, just like in this book, and a mom. And you can use these little baby owl figures in the woods, in the pretend woods, and you can show all the things, all the events that happened in this book. So you can tell the story again.